Greetings, all you manics, minds, and crimes, and today I am going to be going over the buffs, then slight tweaks, that has happened to Garuda. So, I always really liked Garuda. I always thought that she was a very fun and powerful frame, also very tanky. But now, with the minor buffs that happened, it's, well, a little better. So basically, alright, her passive has changed. So pretty much, when you kill, you get stronger. The damage goes up. Your damage goes up from all sources. So that's kind of neat. Instead of her having to have low health or high damage, it's now she needs to get kills. And it temporarily happens. It has a decay effect. But you're killing so many enemies in this game anyway that you're always going to be at 100%. So now, Dread Mirror, when you leap onto an enemy, you have invincibility, which is very, very neat. So now you also, that symbol right there is much larger. So when you leap, your health gets grayed out because you have invincibility frames when you do this. So that is really, really neat. Her 2, if I go to her 2, her 2 now gets rid of status effects, and I think it heals faster. But either way, her 2 didn't need to change too much. And her 3, well, also hasn't really changed all that much. But her 4, now it deals more damage, and that's basically it. The initial burst does more damage, but when you actually cast it, even if you're in air, you can move around a whole lot better. And you also now float instead of walk when you're holding it. So that's pretty neat. Same thing happens when you're holding her 1 nuke. And obviously her 1 is absolutely destructive when paired up with her 4. And there you see there the damage is slowly going down. So let me show that again. So I can simply do that, do that, do that, and delete. That is really, really neat. And yeah, you see how much damage it was doing. The Scourge Prime does a lot of damage, but that was doing extra damage because of the 100% more damage that I had for that time. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to go into Steel Path, as always, and absolutely obliterate it, but I'm not going to take the Scourge Prime. Instead, I am going to take an old friend of mine known as the Tremna, because this weapon is awesome. So we are going to go into Steel Path Survival. You know what really blows? The normal node that I would do is taken over by the Corpus right now because of invasions. That's not very cash money of them. So we'll just go here. I mean, the difference in level is like 20 levels or something like that, or 10. So it really... Why was that the hardest thing to do ever? Also, what is my melee weapon doing? Can you... Fuck. That's really annoying. Maybe it'll fix itself, but oh my god.
They have just shut down all
anyway.
systems. I'm sending life support capsules your way.
Just do this. Bang. And then time to absolutely wreck these dudes. And like that. Absolute nuke. Garuda's offense is obviously very, very high. She is an offensive type frame. That's kind of her role. But she's also fairly tanky and can also support the team fairly well. Oh, why is it doing that? Oh, I did not mean to do that. Anyway, nuke. But yeah, The only issue now, when Garuda Prime comes out, this won't be much of an issue because of the boosted stats plus the Umbral mods, which I'm gonna do with Garuda Prime. She doesn't have like the most armor, so survivability without her one can be a little iffy at times. But I mean, it's Warframe, so it's fine, to be honest. And realistically, she's so powerful offensively. Also, you have invincibility frames when you're using her 4 now. I think that was always a thing. I don't remember. She's so offensively, oriented. She's so powerful offensively that it hardly matters. So, I mean, to some people it might matter, but to me, not really. She has a nice mix of offense and defense. Do I wish that her one circled all the way around her? Yeah, but that would be a little ridiculous considering, what her one is doing. It's not just, a protective shield, it's also a damage source because you can just do this. And then, yeah, you just nuke the enemies to oblivion because bleed. So she is an absolute powerhouse. But she's also not just a good offensive frame. She's also fairly good defensively, like I said. Now, Garuda Prime's going to be a bit better because she's going to have more armor. I'm assuming she's going to have more armor. Like, I'm 90%, more like 95% sure that she's going to have more armor. I'm going to put Prime Sure-Footed on her too. Full Umbral setup, which might actually take an Umbral Forma, but I really don't care. Because I actually really enjoy Garuda. I love her aesthetic. I love playing her. And she is just one of those frames that I always come back to. You need to get out of here. Yeet. Do that, and then I can just nuke with the Trumna. What I think is so insane about her is that her 4 doesn't care where the damage comes from. It's going to bleed. Now, if I had my way, I would have the bleed go through enemy shields as well. But it doesn't. Maybe you might think that is a bit OP. Also, I love doing that. But it's such a special, like, it's a debuff. It's a powerful debuff. Like, it should be able to go through enemy shields. Like, it completely bypass them. But it don't. Slightly unfortunate, but hey, it's okay. I haven't even used my 2 yet, which I should probably do. Give me energy. That's also very neat that you can do that. So, you basically will not run out of energy with Garuda. I mean, it's still possible, but... Also, after this, I will show my build, but the Garuda Prime build is going to look slightly different. Because I'm basically just going to take this build and then update it. Okay, here comes Mr. Edgy Edgerson. I got to get my nuke involved. I got to get my nuke buffed up. And then I can just do this, and I should be able to delete them. Crap. I mean, to be fair, that attack did a lot of damage, but it didn't kill him, unfortunately. That's okay, though. Oh, my lord. Yeah, this getting knocked around thing is annoying. And also, I don't know why my stupid Galantine Prime, aka my axe, is doing that. Also, what in the hell? Oh, that's what those are. Okay. But either way... Has this suddenly made, I'm not saying for me. Has this made Garuda like easier to play? Yeah. Has it Is it like a huge buff? Wait, it is a nice buff. Did she 100% need these tweaks? I don't think so. I always thought that she was tanky enough. I always thought that she was powerful enough. But I can completely understand why some people will be like, before these tweaks, I don't really know if I want to play Garuda 2. After these tweaks, yes, Garuda is now absolutely phenomenal. I love everything about her. I can completely understand some people's mindsets and that sort of way of thinking. But for me, she's always been a frame that you throw anything in front of her that isn't like an Eidolon or the spider bosses, and she would just delete it, and it's a lot of fun. She is a fun frame. Anyway, this is the build I've been running. This exact build is going to go into Garuda Prime, but I am going to invest a Umbral Forma. I think I'm going to invest an Umbral Forma into her. I have 4 Umbral Formas, so, you know. And obviously Prime Continuity is going to go on there for a little bit more duration and all of that. So also Natural Talent. I think Natural Talent's a very nice fit for Garuda. You don't absolutely have to have it, but if you're wondering why I was being so fast with my abilities, that's why. I've played Garuda without Natural Talent before, and I'm like, this feels really slow. But maybe you don't even need it anymore because of the invincibility frames and everything. But either way, 877 armor on the base model on normal Garuda. That's a lot of armor, plus Arcane Guardian, which is giving 900 armor. What is that? What is that? That's like 1700 armor or something like that. Somewhere around there. That's not 90% damage reduction, but that's quite a large amount of damage reduction. I'm sure someone in the comments will enlighten me how much damage reduction that actually is. You know, adding up the armor values, 877 plus 900. Either way, did Garuda need these changes? My personal opinion, not really. Is it nice? Yeah, it really is. Neat little tweaks like this are always welcome on a frame, especially when the tweaks are done very, very well. Look what happened to Zephyr. Her kit was not changed at all, but she just got some tweaks, and then all of a sudden, she is absolutely insane. Garuda was always incredible, but these tweaks made her that much better. Her base armor is 300. That's pretty high. And if Garuda Prime has like base 450 armor, which I think she might have, then Umbral mods plus Arcane Guardian, she's going to be very, very tanky. Not that, I was having trouble surviving as Garuda in Steel Path. I really wasn't. Even near the Acolyte, I really wasn't struggling for survivability. Anyway, Garuda is and has been a fantastic frame. She got a little bit of a buff. Neat little tweaks here and there to her kit. Something that I wouldn't mind seeing is allowing her blood altar to follow her for a little bit, but that might be a little weird. I don't know how that would work because you might think that's a bit OP, probably. But with all that being said, Garuda, post tweaks, she is awesome. But in my personal opinion, she never really needed these tweaks. But that's just my opinion. To some people, these tweaks are probably like make or break for the frame. Like they weren't going to play Garuda until these tweaks came out, or they thought that she was somehow bad. No. Maybe they just don't understand how she works, or trying to play her like other frames. Garuda plays like Garuda. So it's okay though. If you're one of those people that are like, thanks to these tweaks, now I'm playing Garuda a lot, fine. If you're one of those people like me who are like, little tweaks to Garuda, cool. I still love her. I've always loved her. Fine. That's what's so great about Warframe. There's not one way to play the game because there's so many frames and so many mods and so many different, play styles and all that. That's why I've been playing this game for over 4 years, by the way. So, yeah. I've been playing this game over 4 years. That's crazy, right? Anyway, with all that being said, Garuda is and always has been incredible. Now with these tweaks, she just got even better. uh, she's great. So, with all that being said, I am pretty excited for Garuda Prime and her Prime crossbow. I hope it has some sauce to it, but it probably won't. I'll still get it anyway. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, in Trilby, we trust.